time now, serious business, won't go straight to the point. Also, I tell you now yesterday, say we go really put eye for the funding on how political parties and people with the contest till they spend money during election time, campaign and all those things. I can't say no. Say the only person who I feel bring come will go make me understand better. Now, person we don't try them before. You understand? So it's good because if you ask questions, you know go take for Boston. That make me bring person. We don't contest under the abundant Nigeria Renewal Party, ANRP. In the year with me for students.
TOPE
FASUA, and I don't see the name there. Let me that. I there for studio with me today. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, how far?
I did. But with the country we did now, if I look at like I can say, you get mine that time, 2019.
Yes, so
to say you want.
Not only me that time, Sha. We did like 4, 5. Wow. Where we tried that time. But you say now things don't change. The kind of story where we see now, we don't understand. Though. We like say some kind of guys get more information about waiting day. And waiting will happen more than all the whole Nigeria. Because if we just remove 100 million, they buy the thing like say na popcorn and granite where they buy for paper market there. The thing weak everybody now. But at least that time we try our best. At least we want show say okay, not be everybody where they Nigeria they laid back. Like what people will say. So at least some of us they cajard, some of us get brain. You know, now why we come that time. So at least we not feel old like those people. We feel not get money like them. But at least we feel try small. And we come, we vote, we talk to them, we want to do. But the things can't happen as it be now. No, another time.
What do you want to talk about now? Funding of campaign. And you don't pass through that line before.
Yes, sir.
How you see them? How you see the
money? Well, no be small thing, my brother.
Need so much money to feed
the thing entire person, my brother. See, for that constitution before, way back, this is 1999 constitution. The right hand there say anybody any party where they form, say government will fund them. Government will give them money. Person will want, to build the structure. They don't say government will give person money where one contest to, but they say government will give the party money. So that time now, when they come form all this PDP that time, including AD, all of those parties where first come, SDP, all of those people, APP. Well, they advise them money that time well. Now why the parties can't grow, can't get branch everywhere. Remember say the time of Babangida they get NRC and SDP that time. They can't open branch for them, every local government in the country.
Central government do that one.
The house is still there, some ministry they don't take them over. Oh. Every local government they get a party office. Big office where big building building, where government build for them, so you have them go. Because now waiting Babangida thing that time say okay, 2-party system. So they become they fund the party now, but at some point they can't reason and say under PDP say man, maybe they fund party again. Maybe they fund them again. They make everybody go find their own level. But if everything they want to do that time be say maybe they take consolidate PDP and one other party when they're strong. When they receive all those money, build all those branches and things, So when they come now we they carry money, they give INEC. Say okay, INEC we want from party. Say okay, bring 1 million non refundable, we carry and give them. Say go to your office, we go open office, bring the evidence. We will come inspect, they come, So that's why we know say things don't change, but it's okay anyhow, sha. I mean, obviously, person just sit down for Twitter, for Facebook, they release comment. No, we comment to you have to chook mouth in the matter of your country. So that's what we can't do them now, But so we become the thing say, okay, at least see before this 1999, I tell you so, in the 40s, 50s, when people join parties, now they pay to join parties. Like
what? Like dues or
they pay dues now. If they register
with money,
they will come. That time £1, a lot of money. Get one time 1 shilling. You know what I'm saying? The money they it heavy small. So nobody say they try to let people know that time when you want they come out, especially when the woman won't begin they come out, say man to join party na privilege, you not be anyhow. So if you won't get mouth for what they happen for the party, So that time, so we become the things okay. At this level now, the youth they complain, say things not they okay, things not they work. So at least they go free donate for where you see them. If you do join us, they tell us, say, man, for PDP, APC, when they from country, they donate anything. So now they collect for that side. So which one will they talk? We first put 15 for my party. We put 15,000 naira per annum for renewal. To register and to renew.
How many people register?
If we see 300, 200 people self with a luck, we reduce that to 3,000 naira per annum for where we don't see anything. So what we can't do, we say, okay, you know what? okay, we don't get the platform now. We don't register this platform. We don't get branch. That kind 2022 states we get branch of it with a square. So you know some guys where they when hold small go donate.
Support
you know,
the party.
we too we say I'm the chairman for that party now. I know rest. The little money I get, they put away. You know what I'm saying?
One day.
So but then the thing no work 3,000 no work. Oh. So at the end of the day, we get to say, okay, whoever won contest, make sure you get your money, go contest. So anybody may just try rush, go contest. You don't know who they popular for in area. Yeah. In fact, get one guy where contest for Ibadan for councillor. You know, the guy get plenty vote that time. We did very happy. In fact, for my party, every time when we contest, this ANRP, now we they score the highest among all the new parties. That thing going to give us encouragement. That guy we contest now gate man now for your state, but the guy be popular for an area. Even maybe for money, now APC money they just bring now, you know, your wipe out. But the guy holds some vote, you know what I'm saying? So now so the thing can be now, no more funding. So what you realize is say, whoever never near government, we go down near government on chop some kind do heavily. Because look, for example, to run presidency in this country, if you don't get 1 trillion, not start them.
No, like you now. Like how much you be?
I mean, I try. We just try now. You know how much we want to get.
So, but
I think a trillion naira business. See, because if I begin to tell you how, even to run one campaign, say you go do rally
for one local government,
5,000 people show. You know, okay, so your budget at least 2,000 naira for each person will show now.
Why would they pay them money to?
And if you not pay them money, nobody will come. Oh, now the thing, oh, because the country tell you say you don't know how country take be. They will leave their yard when they take hustle. They leave their hustle when they say they make 200 naira, 300. They come your campaign. They say they're English. They say now English they go listen, now English they go eat. So you get to sort them out. So you go back in that kind, you know, 2,000, 3,000 per person. You go do face card, you go do t-shirt. The heavy men will do the different words. You go that one. You go advise them some serious money now. You know, if you give them less than 200k.
Then why would see they complain when after
see, my brother, see democracy. You know, you can't question ask now philosophical question because for those who don't study democracy, if you go listen to what all these guys they talk, like Plato, like Socrates, they don't believe in democracy. They say democracy not they good for country where people they hungry or illiterate too much. Say no go feel work. Those guys, and then bring the concept, those Greek people, the word democracy, now they are Greek word now. But then they don't reason say no. Say this thing will feel work only if we don't chop belly full. So because when you don't chop belly full, you sit down for your yard. People say somebody come meet you say you want contest this one. You go you feel reasoners. Okay, who be this guy? Which work can be done do? You will ask us some kind of question. When you say okay, give me 5k, I will give you my vote. You know that kind of thing. Or people they line up the vote. Okay, so one person go there say, well, show me who you vote. You should say, okay, I don't see the party. Go meet that person. And sometimes in the election, a policeman they give the money. For local government, now policeman they don't.
Even get one policeman for can where police even follow vote.
Oh, you never see anything, my brother. So you get us. So now, if we think of that way, we see whether na stage where we never reach. I not deceive you. Even in America, in 1930, that time 1930, where they inside deep depression, when the economy not go ahead, too many people there unemployed. That time, cigar, the person go there for polling booth. We want vote. We give you cigars. I better vote my guy. Now Republican. You know, sometimes they go give them pork. This part of pork. You know, because guys are hungry now. So whether at that level we still do, whether if you be patient, but you see, we don't feel just say okay, we just do it like that. They go. Sometimes we go chook man say okay, this thing not be how it's supposed to be with this. How you fit think because you go see another thing wey dey go on now be say ANRP no dey gree register new party again. They wan try force everybody to go into these two big parties. Now the thing wey dem don, which is very undemocratic, you know, no be wetin INEC suppose chook mouth be that.
But we get other parties.
No be them. 18 dey you go see now. If they vote this one now, you see say almost 16 of them go disappear. Maybe will remain APGA and the two big parties.
Apart from INEC to just conduct election. INEC supposed to get work to fit monitor
work now.
Parties.
They get Department of Political Party Monitoring now.
So like over time now, like your party now, I know say like there with me, still feeding one or two hints of what happen. Like your party, you get the time where INEC come check your books, to check how much you don't get or spend.
You get the time where they come. In fact, just before they registered all the parties, they came. They called us. Everybody came down. All our chairmen from different states they came. They checked the book. Everything they banned because we the party where we run, we try our best as young Nigerians to say, okay, make things very okay. So they check everything they bam. Our auditor don't audit the account, they don't sign. You know, our auditor for that my party and a former president of Central Institute of Taxation, so not be small, became be. You know what I'm saying? We don't do everything. You know, so but the point is, the way we finish that one, the next thing we see now just let us say they don't deregister the party. So but the one way you call inspection, you don't even tell us, okay, this inspection be okay, you know be okay. Appeal no dey, so okay, because one we not see this one where you dey, okay, you say you forget that now where you dey, you know, so they not, INEC not be ready to do. See, as much as the populace still do that privilege, I mean that primitive state when they say give me 2,000, give me 3,000, I can vote for you. INEC itself is still in the primitive state as an organization, as an institution. They themselves no want to do correct work.
Yeah, but they don't try. They don't from country that go beavers. No.
They don't from where to where?
Country that to beavers.
Then the thing they work.
But work.
The thing they work. No. My brother, see all of those. The thing they do work. Can't do that. This biometric for where. At the end of the day, when on election day to get that thing to work with problem. But many people will still vote whether or not.
What would be your suggestion if you ask? You know, ask me, you advise INEC for that electronic voting.
No, it's true. We do need to continue the electronic because, like I said, we're on stage. Maybe if you continue like that,
better,
you know.
Right.
But you see, I think the question they ask the day very strong because again, that one brings up the issue of where no human being will operate the computer. If the human being might not they correct, now garbage in, garbage out. Now any computer system can be manipulated, up front or back end. They will get what if they don't know you work, work. So perhaps I think that apart from INEC, if the leaders of the country not try condition the mind of the people in the right way, over time, forget it, you can't leave it to INEC. INEC is not the president. INEC is not the vice president. If vice president don't follow people talk, say, man, my people see my hand, they clean, me not chop on money, everything, all the budget we plan, and so it take bill. Just talk to the people. That's okay. Yeah, no, that's our president. The man they try. The way we said try. Yes. Over time, because there's what they call the power of repetition. You have to keep repeating. You will repeat. You will come show example. You lead by example. I mean, our vice president, our pastor too now. He myself fit use the pulpit. Take do one or two things like that. So that we never just wait until voting day. You say INEC, no human being there for INEC. But the way the INEC too get in your mind, the
National Orientation Agency.
Who see them now, my brother?
Their agency.
See, now one very key agency. You see that the agency work. That any way they see so. If government won't do it well, the person who will head that anyway will be like president. Because it will be visible, especially with the youth. You don't see what things happen with our youth now. Be say most of what happen now, the way our youth they behave now, be saying they are just lost. Nobody they talk to them. So they get to find their own way. They will find their own way, find everything they will chop. So they see boys they do Yahoo, girls they do election, anyhow for me money take complete.
Bet shop the food.
Bet, my brother on Saturday and you go bow. You get where I go, where I be like saying cinema house. Where boys they come arrange the TV. The TV reach like 15. Back to back, guys they the monitor. I enter there, the body of the welfare who's coming for that. I say, oh boy, see waiting they finish out. You know how much money and you know how many people they steal that money to take play that thing. Now addiction now. Some guys come, they say they're the entrepreneur. Now, waiting they start with that betting shop to take addict all these people. You are not as good as person we stay for corner. They sell banner for people now. They sell all this how they choose this thing. Now addiction now. You're either addicted to gambling, addicted to drugs, addicted to all these things. You know what I'm saying? So the leadership thing. If we agree, say okay, where we do now, we see they a bit backward. And politicians must make sure say, and the people will make sure say, politicians when they come, say that they really help the people, so that at least after every 4 years, improvement will be. Not like this one now. See the problem is there now, 33% unemployment. I'm not saying maybe it's a fully default of the government to COVID come, companies close down, but they themselves not to do well. They not do well, because we're not supposed to do well. So if after 4 years they come review and it's okay, now the people will put government under pressure, so make them do right by the people.
Doctor,
now the level is supposed to do that.
When you come that time, you get plan where you supposed to bring.
Too much, man.
As a president.
Too much.
So, but when you not win, you get time when you meet the president, so you see what they're supposed to do.
President not get, see, that's one of the problems we get with Buhari especially. The one when they look anybody face, you don't know who exists, who exists.
You try.
Me they right now, of all the people who contest, now only me, every week, that they write. I they write for 4 newspapers now, Premium Times, Advent Reporters, Daily Trust, whichever one be that. Every week now they send them, apart from the one they intervene on social media. Anyhow, I they go TV, as I go EIT, they go channel, and they come ITV. Wetin man go do? I don't write 10 books, so 10 books. The articles where I don't write don't reach like 3,000, 4,000 articles. Now every time I get the job. I get the job. No, it's nothing. Seriously, because my own be saying, no be waiting I want, because I be economist, no be waiting I want job. You know, as an economist, you see correct, person wey study economics, when you really study, when you think enter in body, you enter in brain. The way they think they different. Not be all this, they run, follow this one, one collect. I they think, what is the essence of the money? Even before I get the money, I say, what is the point? Okay, I get 200 million today, I they chase 500 million, I can't get 10 billion, I they chase 50 billion. What I can do? You know what I'm saying? How long is the life now? Today now, they read the story of Vanderbilt, this morning. The story of Vanderbilt family, that's the first billionaire in the whole of US. The moment the guy died, man, see, under 2 generations, all the children don't waste their money. They come poor anyhow, because no motivation for them to hustle. You get my point? So the reason why I take contest, why I even start the party, that party, they say, no person not just sit down, they complain. I don't like me, I just say, if I today, even when I work for banking industry way back, if I begin to complain about where they work, no say, I don't want to come out. But I know they too complain. I never wake up when they begin to say, the money when they pay us for this band, no, see what they pay for Zenith Bar, see what they pay for. No, not me. Because I don't very happy, say, I didn't get that work in the firm. My papa don't get bank now. Person else will finish university, do service, come back Lagos, else will find work. I'm very grateful. You get my point. So you know what? As I don't come up for that setup now, I go say I do my own work, my own hustle. You know, I say, this country, everybody they complain, country not balance. Are you sure? The first I check me say, true, the country not balance. You do better for US, for UK. My brother, you know, say Nigeria did better for some of those places in some ways. I'm telling you. Even we are free, we get more freedom here than we get on that side.
But in terms of welfare,
see as you do now, so you say you not get anything. See how this money you get free. You are not in debt. In that place, they force you into debt. People they use phone here, they use 1.5 million naira phone, one phone.
Up and down.
Buy car cash. You carry 50 million, go dealership, go buy auto.
You know the year to remember.
10 million. Person sit down for bar. All these other our boys they do here. Sit down for bar one night. For Quilocks, you will finish 11 million for one night.
For one table.
For one table, one person. 13 million. It's too flat. It's too sweet. But may you not let that sweet. Too sweet. They run the land, and the problem where we get. May we give ourselves break, especially the young people of this country. When they give themselves break. If they chop and finish today, the people won't get. The girls they do NSAS now, but after NSAS, who spread the wealth now? Now big boys run NSAS now, and big girls. Some of them now billionaires, and the boys will be in front for that NSAS. Some of the girls. Bank MD children full there now. Their papa get money now. Yeah. But after they finish the answers, all of those boys will come from ghetto, will come destroy things. They not reckon with those boys now. How many of them don't enter those ghettos? Say, okay, come, children, how many of them will feel organized? Now the level where we did with that.
More will come down to what we see now for news of recent, where the ruling party now, they carry their price tag of presidential form and nomination form go 100 million naira. So people say the thing they're very expensive. And I mean, I know say to run business, small 2 or 3 gathered business, you need some money to take fund, buy, pay rent and all those stuff. And most of the political parties, they rent their place. All of them say rent their place. So people say now for the upkeep of the political parties and to just keep the party afloat till the next election year. But you will get experience for this matter. How you see, are the money too much or the money they okay?
Well, for APC, with the kind of people who there for APC and how they take get their money, that money is nothing to them. You get my point? With the guys who do there and how they take enter the door, you get my point? See, but you see, they expose themselves. Now see how they think. Young Nigerians, they look them. God forbid that another SARS go day worse than the one where happen. If they don't get their act. because they're exposing themselves now. You dey sure say 100 million are nothing. Person wey be minister wey just release 100 million, which work him dey do before? The salary of minister for 4 years no reach 100 million now. Even if you say you no dey even chop 1 naira out, now be say corruption dey there. Now the party dey take mistake go expose themselves, but I dey think am say e get wetin dey get for mind. Make dey try check am, because e get wetin dem know. For anybody to just, because even a person Dangote, you see Dangote no go have the money. The guy dey hustle in dough now. For Dangote to just lose 100 million, the Dangote wey we know, he go pursue that 100 million reach any synagogue. So you know my point. One person who just go to say, okay, you don't want make name, they release 100 million wey fit disappear like that. Except to get where they give them that 100 million to recycle and come the party. Another thing wey we don talk now, whether party wan complete, they say they want, you know that their office now, one kind nonsense. So maybe they wan remove, you know, see where PDP office dey now, they no be finish building that one. As they don comot for government, that's the end.
Nobody fit contribute.
Except they come back, you know, so see the thing dey waste there now. So you get one game wey they play wey people don't know. However, wait you see that in economics, you get what they call unintended consequence. So you do something, you do it, you think say you know what you do. But sometimes some kind of thing will happen on the back of it. Now what they're giving us is data. They're giving the people data. People will record and say, oh boy, see,
the calculator they drop.
See, I'm not going to draw this though. You know what I'm saying? I'll manage. And I say country do hard. And to country do hard. Inflation from 2015 to date, now like 400%. See where rice dey 8,000 naira to 32,000 naira. Where you go from start? See where naira dey 199 to 580. For 590 for street. You know, where you go from start? Anything where you talk, even ordinary pure water. 5 naira that time, you sell at 20 naira, 30 naira someplace. Pure water, my brother. Oh, but see, I dey think how people dey take survive. Just to eat food. Ordinary days. Ordinary garri.
Wey be poor man food.
Garri. When you say an agboga. My brother. Ordinary garri, you know what I'm saying? So you can't remove every time day where people dey. Then they release them anyhow like say na nothing. This is a show. In this same country.
They say that people they contribute more.
We believe that one. We believe that one.
English Nigerians because
I say even the party where we for when we youth. To see people release 10,000 naira na problem and Nigeria go come contribute 100 million. Where they feel lose. We don't get assurance say okay, at least 100 million they go, you go enter. Then you carry 100 million, go take play sports betting. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, my brother, they give people information, say, forget it. Now, two kind world they this Nigeria. I get the world where those guys, any amount of money, they get access. And they not send anybody who want die, make it die. And they're not supposed to be like that. There's something they call optics. Optics, we say, how you take B for I. You know, if you go to express sound for street language, you go say, how you take B for I? How you take B for I? How you take sound for a year? See that kind of thing they happen. That kind of money. 100 million, just like that. Anybody just throw out. Even this week when we went to tomorrow now.
Many people will
maybe 3 or 4, 5 people see.
That's 500 million and 5 people.
My brother.
No, they counter like that.
You see how so the budget, like I say, the budget, I know the budget now, just go people pocket straight. And this kind of thing they get consequences.
But another thing will happen where I will like me you put mouth to based on your experience for you don't hold small past me. They talk about zone.
Now two of us get
your pass. You get some part of Nigeria they say they never get president before. That's the southeast. They say southwest don't get them before. Now they be vice president, and the north then count all of them together. Say our president Muhammadu Buhari now in charge now as president. But for you, they feel ask you now say okay, who you feel say which zone they supposed zone this thing to?
If they go feel zone, true, they suppose zone and go southeast. Truly, if they go feel zone, but you see to zone. Now also agreement. Make people know, make nobody deceive themselves. Now agreement. And you know if you force people make them, if you force too much, you will get except where you feel twist their hand like this. You know, wrestling this when they go hold person for wrestling. Until then you will say I beg, you don't reach. You will feel go and sometimes when I read what they happen, I be like say okay, all this ESN IPOP now what they want to do. Because some people don't claim say now so Jonathan come in after men, now so Buhari come in after Boko Haram. I say, men are not they use that kind of bad example. because you know sometimes okay look Boko Haram now you don't go, you never go now. They say bomb train the other day. No, you see the state go come begin to get power by terrorism. I get too much respect for Southeast Nigeria because in this country I no go deceive you. No, I no go miss word. Say make person head correct, he do that side. Yeah. The industrialization wey we want in this country go fit start from all those Aba, those names. Yes. You see wetin guys dey do there. You get my point? So, but God don't give person everything. Oh, now sometimes God gives sense. If you don't give political sense, you get my point. If He give you sense to make money in this country, the richest part of this country is Southeast. Go Anambra is the richest state per capita. I'm forgetting. I was talking of who live for Anambra. Come Lagos, Igbo guys dey. Go everywhere in this country, even abroad, Igbo guys dey. So sometimes, so they don't go feel force by maybe by insulting people. If you want to reach this kind of consensus, you see the elite suppose don't take charge, and I believe even they allow this Nnamdi Kanu guy to go too far. See how they kill people for Southeast. You know be waiting. You know sweet me for belly. I see that woman when they cut her head off. A very beautiful woman from East. For marriage, my brother, I never fit. Well, like anybody will do that one, and my body will drop from them. Say no, bam, bam, bam. You get my point, you know. So why I think the elite were cowardly. So they let Nnamdi go far too much, and the guy don't create people. That problem to solve and to hard them. I read one book from is it Elechi Amadi or Cyprian Ekwensi titled "Surviving the Peace." And the man wrote about the civil war, but the real problem come after the civil war. Okay. After the civil war, they don't say okay, no the problem vanquish, no, but too many guns come there in the hand of all sorts of crazy people. Now there where armed robbers start. So if they come from war, they have to say, oh boy, war don't finish. You don't know say the guy who dey there go rob you, go shoot you dead. Because he don't craze, because the hunger don't craze some. You know, he don't see blood, he don't lose his brother for war. So all these kind of things, when you are feeding this kind of monster, you have to be very careful. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I will say if for good, maybe zone and go east. I don't write before, way back, say okay, maybe we allow the east, but it's going to be something around the round table. Maybe by force, maybe by insult. The way some of our brothers from Southeast, they engage with some of us, if you talk anything, they say you hate us, this is the begin to insult you. You know what I'm saying? We go make, if we just keep quiet, say okay, maybe we see how we go take get them now. You know, but I think that in time the Southeast self will reach there. I see the thing about power also be say from my own experience when I see from even our small party that time, my brother, if you say today say in this our party make everybody go this side because we want to support this side for equity, you must see 2 or 3 people who say no way.
They go find reason to stay there.
They go find reason. If you say make only Igbo people contest, so you cannot, even when they say make only Yoruba people, even in 1999, Hausa people still contest, Igbo people still contest. Because now power dey involved and perspective dey different. So they say, why you say no you give Yoruba? Why is it Abiola and why is it Obasanjo and Falaye alone? Who them be? Is it not these Yoruba people? And then they like this, and you know I no agree, I must contest too. You have to let them contest. This is politics, you know, if you force people. But I think that if common sense applies and serious logic, I think one of the problems where we get as a people in this country, and maybe in parts of Black Africa, they say we dey expect say problem go dey simple to solve. No, many times the kind of problem wey God go challenge us, e require a lot of deep thinking and continuous engagement, and you have to keep your cool. No, don't flip. No get too angry. Say, I never even do again. Stick to it to get your result.
My country people, I don't hear. I tell you yesterday, say when I will bring and come, some of the questions we will get, he go answer them for us. Hope so you dey follow me, and hope so you will send me a message for WhatsApp, or I will give you phone number, and you go send that. But we go ask, we'll take time, look all the presidential aspirants we don't declare now, like former governor of Lagos State, Cross River State governor, former Minister for Defense and former Governor of Kano State, Musa Kwankwaso, Senator Rocha Sokorocha, our Vice President, Yemi Osibanjo, Peter Obi, there are plenty, but I don't reach 30 now.
The more than 30 now.
No, we just check out.
On both sides.
How you see all the men with the fallout? If you say, then get waiting, they suppose hold for hand. to feel say they won't rule our country?
We see the truth be say they don't need anything on a good day. I got the contest too.
Yeah, they don't say.
He said the contest.
So now be the only APC governor for South. So if he say the president supposed to say, Kai, sorry for this man.
Everybody they chew card inside the
everybody president. But instead, governor say in the try.
See, in fact, the first thing they say, this idea of say president go look one person inside, say go, if he no work. And for politics, you have to be careful. You get one time we Erifai and Governor Erifai and who be the other guy. Where they want to remove Bala Buni, where they say, where if I say, Buhari don't tell them, they remove the guy, when they put the guy from, when they put the guy from Mina, the guy is Bello, when they for Niger State. They can't write to INEC, say, okay, they don't remove that Buni, say now this guy be the acting guy now. But they don't know how to run party. We don't run party before we vote them. Knowing that letter reach INEC, INEC just say, okay, you know what? Signed by Erifai, signed by this one, say this is the new. They go call that other guy, say, boy, come, we just release the letter, say.
Now you will know now.
Now you will know. So how far? The guy say, I don't know about the thing, no. Now we are like finish that thing now. Okay. So if you want to enter consensus, say president like person, he say you must still. You see when we reach consensus, sometimes for our party, when we say only one person they contest one position, you must still do the vote count. Okay. So all the delegates wey dey there say okay na Ekanem we want to Ekanem unopposed but okay I don't even support Ekanem. So 200 people dey you go count them by hand how many person dey observe if you be say na 130 people out of 200 the 70 people not care so go count am say okay 130 people vote. Say for Ekanem unopposed 70 people have stayed say they no care. That's what they do. If you don't do it like that, with evidence and presence of INEC to verify that is it, it's null and void. So, person that will just feel wake up one day say, see, now the person I want. And if person do like that, so of course, money they follow at their level for all these APC, PDP.
So the ones who buy
mouth,
they will give them something to appease them.
What do you not by mouth. If president won't do that kind of thing, president will not say, man, some dollars day. Well, so they come, take $500, keep short. Because now because of you go first collect the $500. If you be saying inside in cap you go keep am like that guy wey dey jail you know you don stop the $500,000 now because you tell us now because you tell us no gree you know why you gree now so when they say green paper you go sign say okay I agree say make this person be this thing so if the president want to do that for me is doubtful so me I no understand like I said there's a game because these guys are big guys all these guys. Including CBN governor saying himself won't do.
No, he said yesterday, he said if you want contest, he go use it.
He said God go see, you know they use the money by that. So he see the way from God to tell them.
All of them.
One consider they don't say the way from God. Nobody get the thing from mine.
Not true.
The guy, when I see him tweet, I say, I know, bros, they interested.
No, we watch.
So before I know you to believe. See this guy for AFDB too. He don't tweet out now.
Former minister for
a sharp guy now. Why not? I don't even know whether he be party member for APC. You know, because you get how you will see somebody will challenge. If you say, Oga, you never join APC 18 months.
Okay, you go remember of APC for 18 months before you fit contest.
Of course now. Okay. You have to. So I don't want to take twist them. Sometimes if you're not that careful, you say, okay, no, forget that one. Somebody will go and sue the party.
They can't lose candidate less than 5.
If you lose candidate less than 5, like, you don't get candidate. One thing APC get to be very careful now. The one wey they do, too many people they feel do the one and say the thing will scatter. At the end of the day, when we get candidate, if PDP enter, everybody will line up for EFCC. Because na vengeance wey PDP. You know say when they remove PDP under Jonathan that time, people vex. Many people for PDP no happy at all. Say man, say Jonathan, say the man mess up. Why you allow? Why you even gree still come out?
Why make that phone call?
Why make that phone call? So na the kind vengeance wey people go take come back be that say we don catch on now APC sef go come suffer they go know wetin e mean to be today for opposition nothing and if PDP get chance if PDP come back and not say this time they go hold am well they go hold am down.
So they will correct the mistakes they don do before.
Hopefully.
Get another person wey among the people wey come out to the one contest wey Nigerians dey say kai na our president suppose give because the man dey among the people wey merge the party that's former governor of Lagos State. Say he spend money for the party, he carry our president go round, now he bring block vote from Southwest. That kind of sentiment, you see how say that kind of sentiment we play out for this?
No, the thing is, me I believe say the man go get to fight for his share too. You know, now old man and bros, and I like him. In fact, Abufisa dey in camp now. But I don't believe say.
You be young man now. You know how many young man.
No, well, this is not the matter of young man level. So we don't run this thing before. People don't know Nigeria. Not be for Twitter or Facebook or Lagos, Abuja, going Nigeria. But if you enter some linguists in this country, you will fear. The number of people who dey there, we don't understand what they talk. This one, you want the GDP. They say, what is the GDP? You want the GDP grow?
Food on top of
what are you talking about? My brother, forget that one though. So you never reach young man. But if they reach young man, by general consensus one day, you know, I think there's one more level we have to go before we reach that level. We need, you see, what we need now, we say we need government of national unity. You get my point? And by that I mean that when a president wins, but he can recognize people from different parties. Why not if not? Obasanjo do, and he brought Bola Ige, he brought one Abdulkadir for APP that time. You know, brought some guys, he brought Inyang to work with him. You know, why Inyang? But Obasanjo knew what he was doing. Even when Adua did it, he worked with some guys. Even Goodluck Jonathan did it. Now these are our uncle wey dey there now, no look everybody.
APC get talent.
6 months. 6 months, you know, even be a prime minister. That's why he say they be noise maker. He say na this farm sec they do the work. See the problem wey we dey now.
I say it be problem.
So my brother, fair wey finish. You know, so we not believe say president go just wake up say Bola Tinubu just take. No. You know, but what I tell you now, the way I tell you. You know, they work like that, you know, but you say so, too many guys go stand up, so what do you mean now, make by these guys? So then they fight for their shirts, you know what I'm saying? But one strategy still dey where they run, one strategy dey where they run, where not they care to many people. One strategy dey, this 100 million where they see, where many so, one strategy dey.
If you say they always appease some people.
If you be we don't know, but you will go out, they will play that gambit. But may they not make mistake. But if they don't make mistake, one person will emerge at the end of the day. So this is not the matter of youth. You know, where the money dey? Where the money? So you see two things there. Now the thing is okay, fine. That's another. Now I don't talk that one earlier. But if, for example, a youth can enter that party and get this thing, but he has to. First of all, of course, you need God. You need luck. Okay. Then you also need so much brain to inspire people to get that thing. If the party gives you, but if the party gives you their platform, they have to look at the other side too. The party get to look the other side because two of them will watch themselves. If APC give one kind of person, we not get love, we don't know politics, we don't know anybody, and these guys can't give all these veterans. You know, in this country, our people sometimes they go vote for you out of sentiment. Say Atiku, don't try, we don't tell you they try. Almost they know they give them now. No, they give them now. No, they try. At least they try 6 times. You see? So PDP they watch APC they watch PDP. If anyone make mistake, the other one enter them. So, but in time, I think we got some good guys, even among people when they 50-something, almost 60 years old. Some good guys, some guys will be minister now, they are very okay. I have this fashion uncle. Then they try, you know. People be is a good guy too, you know.
We don't deliver like Amechina, me come out.
Amechina a good guy, but we want to make you first sort out this problem for that rail system. Because we don't carry us too deep inside that rail system. Now, I don't know say they don't even get arrangement to prevent that kind of thing happen for
modern train.
We are tired now. See, me don't work small for rail system for London when I do my masters. I don't work as security now where they provide security for people where they repair tracks. Not a matter of surveillance. Say you want to buy surveillance of 3%. Before you talk of surveillance, not the information they give you from one center. Before they mobilize people from there, reach where this thing, the guys don't work now. It was a Monday evening when they attack that train. Monday evening, around 8 o'clock in the evening. Last train from here, they almost reach Kaduna. Okay. Some of their boys enter, some of the bad boys, some of the terrorists, they enter the train from here. So as they want reach now, they don't signal their guys. Boom. And the boys just enter that train, first shoot 8 people dead. Including woman, will get pregnancy. Don't waste people anyhow. Call the mean like 100 and something people. They don't pack bus, keep for one place, pack all this space bus. Move like 160. They see there now, almost 50 days after.
We don't forget
them. So I want to make Amechi, because they respect the guy, and I still respect you. Amechi is a very passionate guy. You know, but you get one frustration why he just decide to say, okay, he will run for presidency anyhow, and all of that. And I believe they're not to address that thing. So because we the guard rail, now work. It's a very good way of providing jobs. In the London Underground, more than 100,000 people dey underground overnight. When the train close at 11, guys moving. They will check every track, make sure everything dey okay. The welder go come, you see them dey work. Now we people to get
they repair the track.
Now for inside cold though. Inside cold of minus 10 degrees, you dey there dey show. Yeah, you don't go and leave am like that. We no say na work. Now work you dey give human beings. So you know they do say all that track everywhere, all the community wey dey left and right, now dem go protect that place. Now their children go give work. If anything go happen, they go give you information. So guys, some kind of guys they move.
My country people are still the program waiting to happen with the watch. So I hope you follow because me what they are they learn. I no go lie. If you ask questions, you no go take for bus stop. I mean, we don't pass the road before. Make it come meet us. You don't tell me something. Say now no be time for youth. Make we not to deceive ourselves. So also when you they come out.
You tell me about answers. We don't tell you now. Say if to say answers, see my brother. Minus you want say person go come just vote, just provoke. You have to have strategy. And they tell you say for that answers, a lot of heavy children of heavy men they involved. The pikin of GTB bank founder they involved. You know, heavy people they involved. Some of my guys for bank, their children they involved. Heavy money they this thing. But why they don't feel leverage them afterward? If you know where they go, now then they do the work now. In fact, they know how they feel donate. They feel begin they donate money in that instance, protected by blockchain technology.
Which are blockchain?
You see, I'm now. That's what now you talk say person wey dey bus stop. If you ask questions, they for Lagos to get where they go. Even some people for bus stop go deliberately lost you. They go send you go different direction. You know, but the point is say, you know, so blockchain now what they say they do cryptocurrency. Okay. But what they mean be say, you go get how you go donate. When they say no money, no one naira fit comot for that donation except majority carries the vote. So they say okay, this money we don donate now, we want to establish schools in 1, 2, 3, 4 ghettos, and we don't pull together several billions. You know, and you have a membership of about 40,000 people. Let's say they do that group. You know, at the end of the day, except you get a majority of the vote before you can do those projects. So it's protected. So nobody go complain say they remove money from there, they chop the money, we don't know how the money go. So with blockchain technology, now what do they do with that? You know, they ensure say every movement they monitored. You know, so that is the kind of thing. Me not be youth again. I even try to advise them that I say, man, so when they even bank some of their gain, when they force government to do 1 or 2 things, not because they continue to they protest. They say make we shut up. Now we shut up. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, it's still back to them. And if they want big political power from that thing, they fit still do one. They fit do one. But you see, one of the things when you see say where problem comes, they say they don't feel trust anybody, and that's where the blockchain comes in. When you say who be our leader, say no, we don't want their leader because we don't want leader where government will go bribe. You see, so at some point, so the point is say you have to have trust. At some point, you know, so they blame us when we ran in 2019. They say, why now all these stuff here? Go around and say, you should go and combine and give us one person. Well, at the time that I say, no, they easy. Because that time I said we never even to know each other. Maybe that time I first meet you that time. Okay. We don't know, you know, who should be. I don't know who anybody be. So in case you know I do day you, fella do to day you, everybody will do your. And our thinking they very different. So right now which far from one. So right now far left. So let they say 100,000 minimum wage. You ask yourself how do they take fund now? You don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? So me I dey center left. Kiss if you do right, center right, in they connected with all these, you know, international bodies, IMF. So we agree on many things, but we disagree on 1 or 2 things as well. So to bring all of those things together, but I said the youth too, they never get leader. It's okay, give us like 5 leaders or 6 leaders. They know they go back. I said no, be that one. You have to think far. You have to make some compromises once in a while. If you go too strict, say we don't feel trust anybody. Okay, not get leader now. After a while, you're now going to become like nuisance. The government don't know who to engage with. No control. Nobody even know what you say we demonstrate for that time. People don't forget say now what you do. So before you know it, boys will come from ghetto, come hijack that thing and see the destruction. More than 2 trillion naira worth of things were destroyed in this exactly, and now on ANRP will be. So all that lesson.
Thank you very much for coming. Time not day our side again. I know say time never reach to talk anything good like this. I really appreciate you. But before you go, wetin be the thing we go look for anybody who go vote for 2023? As they choose people now, wetin be the things we our delegates?
When they ask them wetin they want to do for Nigeria, you get my point. They don't need to get experience before. So maybe a young person can not necessarily say you don't do for government before, you know. But tell us what your ideology be. What you want to do on jobs, okay, for people. And the rest of when don't come out now, they say job. They say to provide job is not government business. Yes, so what you mean say it's not government business? To provide job is first of all government business. The people of this country, 200 million of them. Now they know as politicians, they don't know private sector. As a private sector person, if I establish my company, I bring one computer, one robot, plug them in, and then they make the money. You will see say space no dey to employ human beings again. Any government wey dey say no be their business, no know wetin they do. What you want to do on security, jobs, security, and you have to be very clear for us. How the economy go take grow? You have to be very clear. Don't bamboozle or not to blow grammar. People of this country want to know, okay, how you go take do am? But wetin I tell them, small thing be say, now the people of this country, now them go sort the problem of this country. If you not engage the people of this country, if every time you say one solve problem, you go abroad, you go meet America, go meet this one, you think say now money where they will go loan you. If you see the problem where you dey now on debt, now another thing entirely. So when we jack this guy, say, oh God, come tell us in very plain terms. If you don't understand what they talk, but say you want to try confuse us, forget them, no vote for them. Vote for who you understand what they are saying. Policies. And force them to give you assurance, say the thing when they talk, they go take do am.
Thank you very much, my brother. We come. So I don't say I say it be, and I go thank everybody who watch us for house. And if you be delegates, this thing in your hand. If you not carry anything, give us. Now the thing that we go vote for. So I beg, make sure we choose the right people for this election when it comes. So I did here since for studio with TOPE, FASUA, in a former presidential candidate for this same country with this. When I say I get mine though. To come out say one vie for that kind of position. That one first.
That's in top win show.
You get mine. Till we soon again on Friday next week, this same station. Not go anywhere. Just continue to watch this. The correct programs where ITV line for now. My name is Ekanem. Inyang.